Now, those charged with obstructing Congress's certification of the vote could have their cases dismissed. It has to do with the federal law 1512C, which emerged out of the Enron accounting fraud case.
To convict somebody under the statute, you got to show they shredded documents. They destroyed evidence, basically going to a court or to an official proceeding. And the problem that the government has now is that none of these J6 protesters did that.
Don Brown represented Fort Mill resident Elliot Bechet, who pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct in a Capitol building and other charges. This ruling wouldn't apply to him. The most famous example is Jacob Chansley, who wore a horned headdress during the uprising. He pleaded guilty to the obstruction charge and was sentenced to 3 years and 5 months in prison, but was released early. It's not likely he would request to have his case reopened, but others still awaiting sentencing might have more options.
I got a call from a fellow the other day who's facing his sentencing coming up, but he had pled essentially under 1512C, and now that he's entitled to another evaluation. He's entitled to have that actually probably dismissed.
Brown says it doesn't mean all these cases, of which there are roughly 350, will be dismissed.
But it means that the judges have to go back and look at the cases to determine whether they fit what the Supreme Court says they got to fit, and none of them will, so ultimately most will be dismissed.
Brown says while it is difficult to sue the government, this has now opened the door for these defendants to exercise that option.